What's up guys, welcome to Daily Refinement. In today's video we're going to go over the schedule that I recommend if you want to make $100,000 a year on eBay. So please smash the like button and consider subscribing if you like this type of content. So in my new store, Reseller Nirvana, you guys can see I started about a month ago, should reach $1,000 a week profit in a little over a month based on the projections. But I have a pretty good budget so far. I have $208 to buy new inventory. So what I'm going to do is actually start gearing up to make $100,000 per year in this store. And this is the schedule that I would do. So you can either screenshot this, or this is included in my reseller field guide, which is in my mentorship, which is linked below. But feel free to screenshot this for free. This is what I recommend you do. 2 days of sourcing. Okay, you got to find 105 items on 2 days a week. If I was doing this full time and this is my only business, then I would just want to work Monday through Friday because I don't personally like working on the weekends. So I would just source 2 days a week. I would pick Wednesday and Friday personally. On the other 3 days, I would list and photograph 70 items. So 210 items per week times $10 profit is $2,100 per week, or $100,000 per year with a couple of duds. Not everything that you list will sell. So a few of those things not selling still leaves me, actually 100 of those items not selling still leaves me with 200 items per week at $10 profit, which will give me the $100,000 per year. So you can see here in my ledger where I'm keeping track of every single penny, my average profit right now is $14.41, but if I were doing this full time, I would lower that personally to $10 profit per item, because I have to go out and get those items, and you can sometimes you have to pick up $5 profit items, and other times there's $20 profit items, but I want it to all average out. But since I'm spending 2 days sourcing, I want to be able to get enough inventory to reach my goal, and sometimes you have to pick up lower profit items, so I'd actually lower my threshold. In the beginning though, if you're just starting, I do not recommend doing this. I recommend cherry picking every single item so you can get closer to a $15 profit in the beginning. Because in the beginning, the worst thing that can happen to you is items that don't sell. So you pick up, you spend $4 on something, $10 on something, it doesn't end up selling. That's $4 or $10 that you essentially just flush down the drain, because you're not getting that money back unless the item actually sells. So you'll see in this new store, because I'm starting with zero, I'm aggressively selling items because I want that capital to come back in so I can buy new stuff. This store, just as an example, today I listed 8 items and sold 6 items. So what I'm doing is listing items that are really, really on trend at slightly below market in the best manner. So I have the most pictures, I have the best title, I have the best price, I ship the same day, I have 60-day returns. Most people who have slow sales, their item specifics are wrong, the title's not very good, their pictures are not very good, their pricing is too high, they take a long time to ship, and they don't have a very aggressive return policy. So I would not pick your item over my item, which is totally optimized to sell as soon as possible. So I'm getting that money in and reinvesting it. If you wanted to schedule, essentially what I would do is source 2 days a week, all the entire day, and I would photograph and list 70 items per day in 4 hours. And this is a really important hack. If you can't do 70 photographs in 2 hours and list 70 items in 2 hours, that means there's too much variability in your items. You would not be able to make 6 figures on eBay if you sell too many random items. That's just a fact. I've been doing this for a long time. If you want to make 6 figures on eBay, the items have to be similar. You can't sell a bike and then an ottoman and then a toaster and then a lamp. It's too mentally time consuming. You might be able to make $300 one day, but could you make $300 every single day? Probably not, because you're going to burn yourself out selling too many random things. I want to make the money in as little time as possible with the least stress. So I'm going to start every single day, Monday through Friday, the same way. Answer questions, answer offers, send offers to watchers, manage my promotions, send invoices, ship. And honestly, if I was going to redo it, I would make a spreadsheet like this. This is just a model, okay? I don't have a plug and play option because I'm not a CPA. This is just me showing you how I keep track. You can model yourself after this. This is not a plug and play document that's legit by the IRS. I'm not an accountant. This is just me keeping track for you on YouTube, and you can follow my store, Reseller Nirvana, and check it out. Also, one more thing that people keep asking about is how many of the sales are from actual subscribers? Not that many. If you look at my traffic, let's go ahead and look at today's traffic. Today we had 502 views, only 37 of them came from YouTube. So 92.6% of my traffic is coming from eBay itself. This is kind of mind-blowing because my big store only gets like 5 or 6,000 views per day. So it's not optimized at all. This new store is completely optimized. So everything that I'm selling is literally on trend, what people are looking for, right season, good deal, good price, great pictures. So that's why the items in this store are selling really fast. It's embarrassing that this store is crushing my big store as far as sell-through rate. But it's all the things I've learned in the last 5 years really crunched down into all the things that matter. So here in my reseller schedule, this is how I would do it. I would not want to resell for more than 40 hours a week. I would try to make $100,000 a year, which is roughly $50 per hour. Nothing crazy, nothing like totally unrealistic, in a sense that you're just finding 105 items that are $10 profit in the entire day. Okay, so this is you can move this to Saturday if you want to, and you could do the flea market, you could do garage sales, you could do thrift stores. You could break this up and go thrifting every single day if that's what you want to do. But in the end, 210 items times $10 profit, that's my personal formula. If I was making six figures on eBay and I wanted to do this for a living, that's how I would set it up. If I wasn't able to photograph and list 70 items in 4 hours, then it would be really obvious. It's because there's too many distractions. If I wanted to sell a rare oil painting, that might take the entire 4 hours, right? So you might think you made $100 because you bought it for $1 and you're selling it for $200, and after fees you get $100 on this painting. But if it took you 4 hours to do it, you only made $25 per hour. I just made twice as much money as you just selling common items versus you selling a really rare, unique, amazing item. You made less money. So again, this is designed for people who want to make a living doing this. If you want to do it for fun, this is the wrong model. If you want to do it for fun, then just go shopping 80 hours a week and just sell a couple of things here or there. If you need more help, you can join my Patreon, patreon.com/theresellers podcast. I recommend you join the $35 level for the entire year. Okay, because it's going to take you a year or two to get to this stage because you don't understand all the different things that go into being a reseller, and that's perfectly fine. It took me several years to get to this point too. So I'm not going to scale this beyond $100,000 a year because I still have my big store too. Obviously, I need to fix my big store, so got a lot of work to do on my main store. So I'm going to get reseller Nirvana to $100,000 per year and just cap it right there. Maybe one day I'll give this store to somebody else. I thought that would always be an interesting experiment. Help somebody else build a $100,000 store and then just give it to them, right? So just a thought. Please smash the like button. Consider subscribing. See you guys next time.